Good morning, my dear students. So, first chapter of biology is already completed. I have even given the question answers for you to write. I hope all of you might have written those question answers in your fair notebook. When the school will reopen, I will just check your notebooks. Now, this chapter 2 I am starting now, and the chapter 2 is reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants. This is chapter 2. First of all, before discussing, we must know what is reproduction. We must know what is reproduction. My dear students, reproduction, it is a process by which the living organism, whether it is plant or animal, the reproduction is a process by which the living organism produce its young one of his own kind, produces his young ones of their own kind. Clear, my dear students? By this process, by the process of reproduction, the organisms, the living beings, they produce their young ones. They produce their young ones. Clear? Let us see this reproduction in plants in this chapter. Okay, my dear students. So, certain examples are being given here first. In all the plants, the reproduction takes place. But, my dear students, in some plants, asexual reproduction takes place. In some other plants, sexual reproduction takes place. In this particular chapter, we will discuss both the types of reproduction. Clear? So, here, first of all, we must know the definition of reproduction. We must take the definition of reproduction first. So, my dear student, this is the definition of reproduction. The process of giving rise to new individual organisms from their parent is called reproduction. Clear? The process of giving rise to new individual organisms from their parent is called reproduction. So, my dear students, what is reproduction is clear. By the help of this process, living beings produce their young ones of their own kind. Clear? And this process is known as reproduction. This process is known as reproduction. Next, my dear students, we'll discuss types of reproduction. Types of reproduction. Types of reproduction. My dear students, as we are discussing in plants, there are two types of reproduction. The first one is sexual reproduction and the other one is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Now let us discuss them. In sexual reproduction, both male and female gametes are produced. In sexual reproduction, both male and female gametes are produced. And my dear students, in asexual reproduction, there is no involvement of gametes. No involvement of gametes. And one more thing, in the sexual reproduction, both the parents, both male and female parent takes part. And in asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved. Only one parent is involved. Next, my dear students, sexual reproduction is common in flowering plants. In flowering plants, there is sexual reproduction. Clear? Where most of the lower plants, they reproduce asexually. They reproduce asexually. Next, my dear students, we will discuss asexual reproduction in plants. Asexual reproduction in plants. Let us see to it. Asexual reproduction is quite common in plants. It is the simplest method of reproduction that takes place in organism whose bodies have simple structure. So let us discuss this asexual reproduction in detail, my dear students. Let us discuss it in detail. First, my dear students, all of you just see this chart. Types of reproduction in plants. There are two types of reproduction I have already explained: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. This asexual reproduction is of many types: binary fission, budding, spore formation, fragmentation, regeneration, and last is vegetative propagation. So about this all we are going to study in this particular chapter. Then, my dear student, this vegetative propagation can further be subdivided. It can take place by the help of roots, by underground stem, by leaves, and by tissue culture. By tissue culture. So this chart shows different types of reproduction in plants. Different types of reproduction in plants. Next, my dear students, we'll discuss in detail asexual reproduction. Now, first type of asexual reproduction we'll discuss, that is binary fission. Binary means two and fission means division. Let us discuss about binary fission, my dear students. Binary fission is a division of parent body into two halves. It means the parent body divides into two halves and each half produce two daughter cells. Clear? Two halves to produce two daughter cells. So by the help of binary fission, my dear students, from one parent cell, two daughter cells are produced. Binary fission, by the help of binary fission, from one parent cell, two daughter cells are produced. Now what happens during this binary fission? First the nucleus will elongate. First of all, nucleus elongates. Then it divides into two. Nucleus divides into two. And after that the cytoplasm splits. And finally two daughter cells are produced. So in the binary fission, first nucleus elongates, first nucleus divides, then after that cytoplasm it is split into two and two daughter cells are produced. This binary fission is more common in amoeba. We'll discuss it. Binary fission in amoeba we'll discuss now. In your book it is binary fission in bacteria, so I will take this same example of binary fission in bacteria. I will explain this by the help of this diagram. All of you just see to it. Binary fission in bacteria. This is one bacterial cell, one parent bacterial cell. First you can see the nucleus, it starts to elongate. Nucleus elongates. Then after that the nucleus, you can see nucleus, it divides into two. Nucleus divides. Then some constriction is being formed in cytoplasm, It means cytoplasm starts to divide. Clear? Cytoplasm starts to divide, and finally we get two bacterial cells. So in the binary fission, from one parent cell, two daughter cells are produced. From one parent cell, two daughter cells are produced. All of you got understood binary fission? Any doubt regarding this binary fission? So binary fission is a process in which two daughter cells are produced from one bacterial cell. Clear? Next, my dear students, we will discuss budding. Next process is budding. Next process we shall discuss, that is budding. In budding, one bud-like structure, an outgrowth called bud, arise from the parent body. Clear? At first, the bud arises on the parent body. Then this bud grows in size. Bud grows bigger with accumulation of cytoplasm, and nucleus also divides and passes on to each end. Then after, when the bud becomes bigger, then this bud ultimately gets cut off from the parent body and leads an individual life. So my dear students, what happens in budding? In the budding, first of all, a bud is developed on the parent body. Then this bud increases in size, and after that this bud separates out from the parent body, and this bud grows as a separate individual. It grows as a separate individual. This budding can be explained properly by taking the example of yeast. So let us take the example of yeast, my dear students. So let us see budding in yeast, my dear students. All of you look here. Budding in yeast, by the help of diagram I will explain. All of you look here into this diagram. This is yeast. This is the yeast. On this yeast, a bud is developed. This is the bud. This bud grows, start to grow. You can see this bud increases in size. It starts to grow. Then after that, this bud, it separates out from the parent body, and this bud then it will just produce new individual. This bud will produce new individual. Clear? This bud will produce the new individual. So this is the budding, my dear students, budding in the yeast. So just now we have discussed two processes, two ways of asexual reproduction: binary fission and budding. Binary fission and budding. Clear? Let us discuss